A lecturer in paramedical science whose hobby is kayak fishing. Alex William paddles out of Dunbar Harbour, and I met him there to find out more about the kit involved.
For kayak fishing, we really go for a nice sit-on kayak rather than the sit-in. It gives us a little bit more stability. So this is where it's going to get squeaky.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Oh, I like this. This is the lazy man's roof rack.
This is, honestly, it makes such a big difference. I can now shift my kayak myself, which makes it much more accessible. I'm a big believer in kayaking before work, so 6:30 in the morning on the boat.
I actually haven't seen this style of kayak before.
It's a plastic rotor-molded kayak. It's got weight to it, and it's made and designed by a company in Britain.
And why have you painted the front end of this bright orange?
Oh, well, there's a YouTuber called Rocket, who is the man who got me into kayak fishing. He's an Australian, and he has a black kayak with an orange nose, and it just looks really smart.
Really cool. Right, okay, fair enough. Right, come on, get her off. And is this modified in any way for fishing?
Yeah, so the difference, I suppose, between this and a sort of standard kayak, well, it's a sit-on top for starters. It's quite long, so it's designed for the sea. This is just under 14 foot. And we've got here at the front some rails about mid-thigh height, as if you were sitting in the kayak, and they've got some little ports on them, which I can use to attach rod holders and things.
Okay.
As we move down the kayak, there's actually a little bait well, or for keeping bait in. And as we move to the very
I'm laughing at that because it's got a hole in the bottom of it too, so essentially you could keep live bait in there.
Yeah, and I have been known to keep some sand eel in there with a little net, just to keep them swimming.
Good stuff.
And then at the very back here, just sort of behind my hip as if I was sitting, there's two angled rod ports, and I've got a rod in them here just to show you, Mark. But you can use this for trolling.
Okay, so you're actually moving through the water and trailing these lines behind you and catching what?
So the main thing we catch around here are cod and mackerel. So we're just about to enter sort of really good summer fishing season. So next month, the month after, we're going to start seeing more numbers of pollock and mackerel coming into the area, and they'll start to come on the feed. And using the sort of thing I've got here with the trolling feathers, we'll start to pick up some mackerel and some pollock. I'm a big fan of cod. I like catching cod, and I do that a bit more stationary. They like a bit more of a shiny presentation.
Okay, fair enough. And do you have to have a certain depth? How far out are you going?
So we're heading offshore about 1 to 2 kilometres ish, depending on who I'm with and the sort of experience level of the guys that I'm fishing with. I myself am quite comfortable going a kilometre off sort of by myself, with the appropriate safety gear, of course. And
You've got a personal flotation device there, which is fine, and a radio and everything. I see you wearing an RNLI 200 hat.
Yes. I joined the lifeboat crew in October last year, and with the RNLI 200 coming up, all my colleagues on the lifeboat were wearing one, so I thought I'd get one myself.
Yes, and the last thing you want to do therefore is end up in trouble out there, because you will never hear the end of it.
Absolutely. I've thankfully not needed their services, and should I need their services, I definitely don't want to be reliving that tale.
Just let me go. Just let me go. That's for sure. So, how did you get into this in the first place?
So during lockdown, I struggled quite badly with cabin fever, and a friend of mine in August said to me, I've got a fishing kayak, you like fishing, well, why don't you head out on that? And there's a chap you interviewed previously on the show, Mark, a chap called John McCarter. He's a local fisherman.
Oh, it's Seacliff Harbour.
Yeah, that's right, Seacliff Harbour with the small yellow boat.
Yes, aye. I think it's officially the smallest harbour in Scotland.
It is. I believe it's one of the smallest harbours in the world, but I don't know the exact numbers. So he got me into it. He said, "Here, take my kayak," and off we went out on a paddle together initially, and then I got hooked. Quite literally.
Literally. Were you a fisherman before?
Yeah, so I fished since I was about 12. My grandfather bought me my first rod for my 10th or 11th birthday, and I got into fishing, shore fishing, in a little place in Wales called Saundersfoot, and moved to Scotland when I was 16, and sort of stopped for a while I went through university, moving to East Lothian, living on the coast here. It's a beautiful place, and what a great way to get out and enjoy the weather.
Yeah, seriously, I'm not rubbing this in, but I was very much looking forward to going out in one of these things, purely and simply because every time I go out in a kayak or a canoe or anything else, there's this incredible relaxation happens to your body. You get on the water. I don't know whether it's the movement of the water or what, because you're so close to the water, so close to wildlife. all the tension just seems to drain out of you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just it's a lovely experience to be out on the water. There's something about the waves, the rocking motion, and then combine that with the focus that you need for fishing, some of the mindful elements of fishing. I think it's a brilliant experience.
Yeah. Kayak fisherman Alex Williams there, and we actually went out in a kayak round the harbour later in the programme.
We'll get through these hopefully with no issue. There we go. Yeah, oh god, that's hello. Oh no. No! Big scary wave. Hopefully these are all coming out okay. Jesus. Those eagle-eyed among you will notice I'm using my two-piece paddle rather than my one-piece. No real reason for that. My gloves are actually falling out. Oh, this is the moment to go and I'm fiddling about with my gloves. Let's go. See if we can get out here. Oh, I didn't warm up properly. My shoulder. Oh no, that's going to hit me. Oh. 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 Oh god, that's gonna hurt. Oh dear. That's gonna go. A bit more exciting than I expected. Yeah, I'm on the bottom there. That's about 10 metres. I might go back and paddle over that again. That was weird. There was like a sudden deep gully, which shouldn't be there. There just shouldn't be a deep gully there. There didn't used to be a deep gully there. That may be the better way to word it. Right, this is out. Do I go back and paddle? So I suppose now might be a good time to mention the radio interview. I did a radio interview on the BBC, and I'm going to probably open this video with those clips. You've probably already heard the start of it. I did two sort of little segments. One in the harbour. The guy was really keen to get out, but the sea wasn't really playing the game. It wasn't like today at all, and we weren't really equipped properly for it. You know, he just had some overall waterproofs, so we decided to just go for a little paddle around the harbour, and it was so shallow that actually if we'd got ourselves in trouble, then I think we'd have probably just been able to walk out. The tide was a super spring low in Dunbar, but I'll cut the other half of the interview in here just while I fish this, and then we'll maybe go back and try and paddle over that deep spot, because There definitely didn't used to be a deep spot there. That's a new gully. Yeah, go on. The back rod, although you can't see it because I've not got the front line on, the back rod is twitching as if there's a fish having a nibble. I would say fish on, but I'm pretty sure this is a snag. Yeah, I've snagged it. Oh! Oh! I've snagged it and I've got a fish on the other line. Oh no. This is not good. Let's see if I can just pull the snag out. Oh, I've snagged the other line as well. Is that the problem? Is the other line a snag too? Oh, I'll give that a bit of line. Let's just see what this other thing is. Is this a fish? Or is this a snag? I'm pretty sure this is a snag. So we'll leave it a fish, sorry. Nothing. Nothing. That is a nothing. So we'll just leave that one out. Let's just... I gave this a bit too much line, I think. Oh, don't snap my rod. Please don't snap my rod. No. This is not good. Ah! What's going on here? I've just got a tip rat, basically. But the tip rat has been caused because it's under tension, because the line is... No, that's going to snap an eye. Don't snap my rod. Is that a free? Yeah, that's a free. Right. Oh man, I don't know if that was a fish. There was a definite knock on the line, on the other line, while I was messing around with the snag. Okay, we've only got 3 minutes of video left on the card. But as you can see, we're just about when it's shore now, and probably the camera's sitting straight and everything's secure because it's going to be pretty bumpy. Right, we're on that. Okay, let's go. Otherwise we are going to get tipped. Let's go. Stay on this one. Oh, sugar. Big one coming behind us. Big one coming behind us. That's it breaking now. We might be able to ride it. I think we're on it. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Oh, nice. Made it.